Okay, so a question we get asked a lot is about sand and what type of sand you should run in a reef aquarium. Now, we have tried a lot of sands over the years. Between me and Dad, we've probably tried nearly every sand available in the marketplace today, and the one that we use now we've found to be far more successful than any other type of sand that we have tried. Now, we use a sand that is extremely fine. It's about the same grain size as caster sugar, so it's really, really fine sand. And people do worry that it will move around a lot if there's got a lot of flow in the aquarium. Actually, some of our tanks are running over 100 times an hour of flow and the sand doesn't move. If you find your sand is moving, that is down to problems from turbulence, not from flow, and then you just need to move your power heads around. Using a very fine sand like that, you need a depth of 1 to 1.5 inches to achieve good denitrification in the bottom of the sand bed. By using a very fine sand, the sand bed does not need to be very deep, and the bottom layer will eat through nitrates in your aquarium at an amazing rate. It also means that any uneaten food and fish waste will sit on the surface of the sand where it can be swept away by pumps and power heads. Whereas if you're using coarser sand, certainly anything grain of sugar or larger, then those particles will get in between the sand, rot, decompose, wreck your water quality, create an awful lot of extra maintenance work for you. And unless the sand bed is very deep, you won't get good denitrification. If you are using a sand that's in the 1 to 2 millimeter range, something grain of sugar or slightly larger, then you'll have to use a sand bed 2 inches deep. If you're using something that are larger than that, in the 2 to 3 millimeter range, such as many of the cheaper aquarium sands, then you want to be using a sand bed 3 to 4 inches deep, which uses up quite a lot of display space and actually is quite expensive because of the sheer quantity of sand you then have to use to get the same effect. We used to use live and dead sand, but we found with dead sand you do tend to get a little bit of phosphate come out of it, and by the time you factor in the cost of the phosphate remover, it's actually cheaper to use live sand. So the one we use in store, we've been using in this store and previous stores now for around 3 years exclusively. It well performs any other sand we've tried, and it's available in store or available online for our website as well. There's also a handy calculator on the website which will tell you how many bags of sand you need for your size aquarium. If you struggle with that or you want to make sure, just message the shop page on Facebook and we'll more than happily calculate it for you of the length and the width of the aquarium.